Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's the third and Don, a right-hander from Michigan, is the starter on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was in his previous start.
Here's Rajay Davis now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for the Mets.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dero, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
You know, Matty, when I look at this lineup at first glance, the fact that they're last in doubles doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But then you got to say to yourself, if they're not driving the ball in the gap, they're certainly not driving it out of the ballpark. So this offense has to clean it up, play a little bit differently, be a little bit more aggressive on the base pass, because you can't expect them to string a ton of hits together.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Now here's the pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Here's a pop-up now. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. Mets go. First pitch of the at-bat.
The first baseman.
Fouled off.
Number 20.
Alonso, a native Floridian. He was taken in the second round back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Here's Yoenis Cespedes looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one.
Yoenis Cespedes.
2 out, nobody on. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third.
Wilson Ramos.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Well, it's been a lopsided series so far, with the Royals dominating to this point and taking aim at a series sweep in this contest.
These teams don't match up all that often, but due to interleague, they get a chance to play this season, and it's really difficult to sweep a team in a 3-game series when you play that team all that often.
This pitch is popped up. Don just to the right of the mound. 1 away. So 1 man gone for the Mets in the third. And up next, the switch-hitting Stanford product, Jed Lowry. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Rosario hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Dozier has got it, and the side is...
We're back now as the Royals line up readies for their third turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite...
Next for the Mets, Rajay Davis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Rajay Davis.
First offering on its way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
The next 0-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. So the base is empty here with one away. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Trying to send him packing for the second time. This pitch is popped up. Mondesi is calling for it. 2 down. Next up from New York, Robinson Cano. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Merrifield ranging into shallow right. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Down in order. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Peter Alonso. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
A bouncer to the left side. Dozier picks it up. On to first, and it's dropped. And a real mistake there. That's got to be an E3. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. First delivery to him on the way. Hit high and deep to right center. Phillips is on his horse. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Stepping in, Wilson Ramos. He popped out in his first trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. Ground first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's Jed Lowry now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
The shortstop, Jed Lowry.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled away. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And it's fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Ahmed Rosario will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. The 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that straight up him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
No runs, no hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Grounder down the line at third. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Rajay Davis. No hits to this point.
Rajay Davis.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And stepping into the box, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Phillips is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. 0-1, here it comes. Pops this one up. Mondesi moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able...
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete. Still... Now to the plate, Michael Conforto. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
Cold strike at the letters, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Yoenis Cespedes goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Striding in once again, Wilson Ramos. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Bonifacio is there, and in now, Jed Lowry starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Going after it is Gordon. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. The 0-1 just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Struck him out. So now just one man stands between he and his no-hitter. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Rajay Davis. He is the last man to stand in the way of possible history here this afternoon. Line drive to center field. Oh, and the no-hitter is erased here in the 9th. So digging in now, Brandon Nimmo.
The batter, The right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
First delivery to him on the way. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that'll wake everyone up.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Here's Robbie Cano now. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Oh, and look out now. Back-to-back batters hit by the pitch, and guys don't take kindly to that.
Now batting.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Peter Alonso. And he's about as dangerous as they come. Without a doubt, he's one of the true icons in the sport today. First pitch on its way. In there, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
He put himself...
Gets the punch out, and the Royals finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Wow, you could feel the electricity in the air when the ninth inning started. Everyone could feel how close to history we were, but he gives up a hit and loses the no-hit bid. Man, that hurts. He just got to shake it off now and enjoy this one-hitter just the same. Great effort either way.
A 7-0 shutout final today. The Kansas City Royals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Don earns win number 7 on the season as he tosses a complete game one-hitter. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa. MLB The Show's coverage of Saturday Night Baseball is on the air from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Indians. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jamison Taillon, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Play ball. 3, 0.
Now at the plate, number 35. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Indians, the designated hitter, number 35.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0.
Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games, they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has just gone cold. It happens from time to time, but somebody's going to have to create a spark. Hopefully it's with the first 2 guys in the batting order.
The left fielder, Bradley.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. So now Carlos Santana will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. No balls and a strike to count. Ripped down the line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Count still at 1-2.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he fouls this one off.
You're grinding so hard at the plate right there, expecting something on the corners, and what happens? Change up, middle cut. Your eyes light up, but you're just not able to barrel it up.
That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. Fouled off. Hit 1-1-1 to the mound. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Hey guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. He went deep last night twice.
Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball swung on and missed.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
The pitch.
That's a ball.
Too high. 1-2.
2 strikes.
Bottom of the second here with no score.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Soler is there, and he makes the catch for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the right-handed bat of Yasiel Puig. 0-1 the count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So nothing happened.
Back now at Progressive Field, home of the Indians, who've certainly treated these fans to some impressive pitching so far this year.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Soler is there. 1 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
The center fielder.
And this will be fouled away. Here comes the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Soler has it in his sights, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Kevin Plawecki. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. Hit high and deep to right center. Phillips is on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the fourth. Still score. Digging in for his second at bat, number 35. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Fly ball out to straightaway left. And Gordon's there to take it in for the first out. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. In now for Cleveland, Bradley Zimmer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike one. Indians still in search of their first hit of the ball game. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. High in the air out towards shallow right. Soler is there, and he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Carlos Santana now, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike three in his first plate appearance. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one, 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you?
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
The 0-2 once more. Fouled away.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Another 0-2 home. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman, Ramirez.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. And it's fouled away. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Striding in, Yasiel Puig. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. No runs, no hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. It remains 1-0. At the plate, Jason Kipnis comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
The second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Jordan Luplow, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Look out, 2-0 now. Luplow, a former Pittsburgh Pirate. He was acquired via trade last year. Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Wow, he's not even being subtle about it. He almost hits him with the previous pitch, and then he actually does it with the next one. Going to be interesting to see if they seek revenge at some point.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Ball right side. And there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Wow, I was starting to wonder if we had to go on no-hit alert, Dan. I know you were privy to that. 6th inning right here, they finally break through with their first.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Bradley Zimmer. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
1-2 now.
One.
The first base line. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th. And with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. 1 out now for the Indians in their 7th. And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is low, ball 1. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors to this point for the Indians. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat. In there, strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Dozier scoops it up. On to first, and it's dropped. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Coming to the plate now, Jose Ramirez.
Now
0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup. And Jose.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. One left for the Tribe. They're down 1-0. Now at the plate, Yasiel Puig. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. At the plate, Jason Kipnis. No hits to this point. In there at the letters 0-1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Tyler Naquin will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 30, Tyler Naquin.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well. And
the catcher grabs it to retire the. Digging in and looking for more. Kevin Plawecki. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Here it comes on 0-2. There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Number 35.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Merrifield has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, not many pitchers can brag about throwing a 1-hit complete game, so hats off for him. But as a pitcher, I know he's going to wonder, like, what might have been. So close to a no-hitter, but it wasn't meant to be. That's baseball for you.
And that 1 run held up tonight. 1-0 the final. Kansas City took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Don earns his 8th victory of the season, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Jamison Taillon is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watkey, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more fun.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
From the place affectionately known as the K, we're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Oakland A's and the Kansas City Royals. The A's will attempt to cap this 4. Don, a right-hander from Michigan, is the starter on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. It seems like the more trouble he gets in, the better he pitches. Really tough to hit with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why his team loves when he's on the mound. He doesn't give up very many crooked numbers.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He will lead this one off today. And the pitch misses for ball 1 as we are underway at Kauffman Stadium. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, it hasn't been the best of times, D-Roll. They've lost the first 3 games of this set at home, and the last thing you want to do is to get swept in a 4-game series at home. You need to win this one.
Yeah, it can't happen. Can't get swept 4 games in a row on your home turf. Watch for the manager to he's going to make moves, and he's going to make them quick. I don't know what they're going to be pitching, hit and run. Something's happening today.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he will get there to make the running catch as that ball hung up just a little bit too long. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Yeah, Matty, every person that bought a ticket tonight came to see one thing, and that's the guy on the mound. But I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, this is what you live for. Who's going to make the adjustments offensively to put quality at bats against this guy? Do they have to get him early? Can someone work themselves into a big count to drive a ball in the gap late? I am so fired up to see this offense take on this monster.
Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. He currently sits 8th in the American League in home runs entering play. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Just underway here in Kansas City. Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Matt Olson. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Fastball called strike, 1-2. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
You might start to call these guys the road warriors. It's hard to win on the road, and with the win today, they would complete a sweep of a 4-game set on the road.
Hey, guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Here's Chris Davis now. 13 at-bats in the series so far with 4 hits. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Hey, last pitch was 94, then you pull a string. 13 miles an hour slower right there. 81 miles an hour. You get guys in a rocking chair when you can.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. No one can make a play on this one, and the A's first hit is going to be for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
There's a fastball on the inner 3rd taken for a strike. Got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. Laureano, a native of the Dominican Republic. He was a 16th round selection during the swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Here's Jurickson Profar. He popped out in his first trip.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Slow roller left side. Dozier brings it in. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And stepping up as the shortstop, Marcus Semien. No balls and a strike to count. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Profar aboard here at first with nobody out. And he popped him up. Here comes Soler, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he will beat the throw. It's second and third now with nobody out. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And he always poses a threat, of course. One of the true superstars in the game today. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone like he did, but he got away with it right there and put the fastball by him.
Ground ball, foul down the left side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Slider laid off for a ball.
Great job to lay off that pitch after fouling off so many previous to it. I got to believe that pitchers certainly get frustrated in these types of at-bats.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Matt Olson becomes the first out of the inning.
Mark Canha.
From the belt, the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he fouls this one off. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it, the left fielder makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run will score as the A's get off to a 1-0 lead. Next up for the A's, Chris Davis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. In his career, Davis hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, you could throw out batting average.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. And so striding in, Stephen Piscotty. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. This is popped up. Mondesi is there for it. 1 away. And that brings up Chad Pinder. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. The windup and the 0-1. Slider pins into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Chad Pinder becomes the second out here in inning number 5. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
This guy's pitching really well in this one.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Nothing doing here this. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ramon Laureano 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Ramon Laureano is retired to kick off the inning. In there, 0-1. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. In there, and it's 0-2 now. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready now, Marcus Semien. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Marcus Semien.
Semien in an 0-2 hole here.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, At the plate, Matt Olson. He'll start the seventh, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
No, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Behind 0-2 now. Fouled off.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Matt Olson becomes the first out of the inning. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. So striding forward now, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the seventh. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Sometimes you just can't.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Scott Barlow is on his way into the ball. Starting pitching, so obviously important to a team's success, and a great performance given here in this one by the fellow you see on your screen. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Swing and miss stuff on the mound in this one, as evidenced by all the strikeouts he racked up. That's dominant pitching.
MLB The Show's coverage of Wednesday Night Baseball brings us to Kansas City. Into the box now, Harold Castro. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The third baseman.
No balls and 1 strike. Van Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
So he sets him down swinging. Harold Castro becomes the first out of the inning. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, you know, Matt, they need to get better production for their number 3 hitter. You know how bad he was last month? He hit 200 on the nose. Not a lot of guys can stay in the lineup when they're struggling this bad. So we're hoping to see that he can figure this thing out soon.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Next for the Tigers, Jordy Mercer, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. Fouled away. Just underway here in Kansas City. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now at the plate, number 50. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Hit out towards second. Merrifield brings it in. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. First delivery to him on the way. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hit heels.
Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Batting 5th, the first baseman, number 12, Brandon Dixon.
Brandon Dixon steps in now. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And he's way off balance with the swing there. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in. Stepping in, Ronnie Rodriguez, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Don has racked up just under 100 innings on the mound to this point, and over those innings he's allowed less than a half a run per 9 innings, almost unheard of. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout, 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. So stepping in, number 34, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Victor Reyes. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Third inning, no score to this point. Skied into very shallow right. And here's Soler to make the grab, and that will end the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0.
We're back now as the Royals line up readies for their third turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. At the start of the day, they find themselves as one of the worst teams in the league in hitting the long ball and scoring runs. I talked to one player before the game that told me he thinks things have sort of snowballed on them this year. They didn't get off to a good start, and since then, most everyone has simply been searching for answers and trying to do too much.
Stepping up to the plate, Harold Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Harold Castro.
Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Standing in, Jordy Mercer looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. 0-2 to Jordy Mercer. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, number 50 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up. You can go breaking ball down. One of the keys getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2. Hicks, originally from the state of Virginia. He was a 4th-round selection back in 2011.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So add one. Stepping into the box, Ronnie Rodriguez. He'll start things out now in the top half of the sixth.
Rodriguez.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Rodriguez, a native of the Dominican Republic, is penciled into the lineup in the outfield in this one, but he could often be found playing the infield at shortstop.
The bat plays. That's why this manager finds a way to get him in the lineup. It doesn't matter if it's up the middle at a premium position or in a corner outfield like he finds himself in today.
He froze him on the breaking ball that time. Ronnie Rodriguez goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning.
It's up.
Pops this one up. Cuthbert in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in now, Victor Reyes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Victor Reyes.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball, and that ran in and drilled him. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Harold Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. The set, and the 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Ready once again, Dawa Lugo. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Merrifield picks it up, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And you can see it's been a great year for him as he leads the AL in that category at this stage of the season.
Jordy.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Down the left field line and deep. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, number 50. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. That's by him for strike 1. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now, John Hicks. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. John Hicks goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Brandon Dixon is sent packing for the second out of the inning. Fastball swung on and missed. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
You could just see this guy.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. Digging in, number 34. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Wing and a liner. Beautiful diving stop. He's up with it. The throw. Safe. He did everything he could do to keep the no-hitter going, but that base hit ends the bid for history. So he made it through 8 full innings, which is no small feat, let me tell you. But the no-hit bid will end right here as he surrenders hit number 1 here in inning number 9. Doggone, I was hoping we were going to see it that time. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. And Cabrera's not going to get a chance to swing it here as they'll just give him first on the intentional walk. Nico Goodrum will come on now and pinch run here. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. First pitch of the at-bat.
Now batting.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. First and second now, 1 man out. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away. Here's Jordy Mercer now as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's hitless in to this point. And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Settling in now, number 50. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Kansas City Royals rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Don earned his 9th win of the year as his 20 strikeouts ties a record for the most in a game. Michael Fulmer pitched well, allowing only 2 earned.
Great
A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season.
From the south side of Chicago.